Hey everybody, welcome back to K Jobe's Views. I am your host, of course, K Jobe. We're here to talk today about Lupin Pt II. But as always, before we get into it, let's get into these like, comment, subscribe, shares. By all means, share with complete strangers, friends, family, loved ones, not so loved ones. Share with anyone. Of course, you can find me on the handle K Jobe Views. That's KJOBE_VIEWS. K Jobe Views on IG and YouTube. All right, let's get into it. So Lupin Pt II, if you have not already seen Lupin Pt I, then this is going to be better for you. I think this series is best watched in a continuum. Otherwise, Part 2 will feel anticlimactic. And it is anticlimactic because it's the conclusion of a story. So that actually makes sense. My camera is so off today. I don't know what I am on. Anyways, so Lupin Pt II takes place as soon as Lupin Pt I ends. At the end of Lupin Pt I, Assane Diop, who is played by Omar Sy and the star of our show, his son is kidnapped. Now, his son is kidnapped because the big bad Pelligrini, this rich white man who set up Assane's let's do it this way, Diop. Pelligrini, the big bad, who set up Diop's father way back in 1995 for a crime he didn't commit and then had him killed, is trying to make sure that, he doesn't get found out. So he has his assassin sent to get Lupin, but the assassin settles for Lupin's son instead. And, sorry, Lupin and Diop are the same person. Diop is inspired by Arsene Lupin, who is a gentleman thief, and that's how Diop makes his money. He's a gentleman thief. So like I said, we pick up with the kidnapping of the son and basically him being held hostage. Lupin ends up getting some help from the cop who is also a Lupin fan. And we get the son back, and Lupin's like, time to end this, time to end this whole Pelligrini thing. And he knows the best way to do that is to go through Pellegrini's daughter, Juliet. So we get that, and we get another 5 episodes. Each one is 1 hour, and we get the conclusion to the story. He spoiler alert, everything works out. He gets Pellegrini's confession. He gets the cop who is helping Pelligrini put away by the good police. And yeah, that's the end of our story. And the son is reunited with his mother. I didn't care for the mother in this story. Her name's Claire. She was fine in Part 1. In Part 2, I felt like she ain't have her man's back. You know what I'm saying? She was so worried about her son not making it that she went to the big bad Pelligrini and tried to cut a deal with him. I don't support that, so always have your man's back. Always believe your man's going to come through. Other than that, great show. Part 2, like I said, it is anticlimactic just because it is the end of the story. But if you watch Part 1 and Part 2 at the same time, I think you'll just really enjoy Lupin as a whole. I give this show as a whole an A. Part 1, I would give it A. And then Part 2, I would give like a B. So I guess really it's like a A-, B+. But I think the whole thing should be taken as a whole. So both parts should be taken as a whole. In which case I give the show overall an A. I think it was a brilliant show. Well acted, well performed, new kind of story, cool to watch, fun to watch. And it was just a good time. It was a good show, easy to get into. So check it out. Lupin on Netflix, of course. And that's about it.